Hi guys, in this video we are going to create a complete e-commerce website using GreatStack. As you can see on my computer screen, this is our website. Here we have this navigation bar. Using that we can navigate to different pages. On this home page we have this hero element. After that we have the products popular in the women's category. Then we have a banner where you can display the exclusive offers. Then we have the new collections. So when we will add a new product from our admin panel, that will be displayed in this new collection. After that we have one newsletter subscription box, and at the end we have the footer with some links. Let's navigate to the men's category. Here you will see the products of the men's category. Now navigate to the women's category. Here you will get the products related to the women's category. And now let's go to the kids category. And here also you can see we have only kids product on this page. Here we have the login button. If we click here, it will open the login page. If you don't have the login ID and password, you can create one by clicking here. And in this one, we'll add one username. Let's add user1. We'll add one email ID. Let's add user1@gmail.com. And we will add the password 12345678. Then click on this button. So it will create a new user and we will logged in on our website. You can see we have logged in on our website and now the user has been generated. For the database we are using MongoDB Atlas database. On this web page, if I click on the category and open any product, and here we have the product images, then product title, price of the product, then small description of the product, and here we have the option to select the size and one add to cart button. If I click on the add to cart button, this product will be added here. You can see in the cart item, this product is available. If I come back and click the cart button again, and you can see the same product has been added and you can see the quantity too. And the total price has been increased. Now come back and let's add some more products in the cart. Now you can see the cart page. Here we have total 4 quantity. You can see 2 quantity for the first product, then other 2 products. This will display the total of individual product and this cart total will display the total cart value. Let's click on the logout. So this cart item will become 0, and if we log in again with the same ID, we will use user1@gmail.com and password. So we are logged in. And again you can see we have the same items in this cart. If I log out again, let's try to log in on this web page. With any wrong password. So it will give a message, please try with correct email ID or password. If I click here for creating a new user with the same email ID. So it will give a message, existing user found with this email. So we are going to create this complete e-commerce website using GreatStack. So let's start the video. First we will come to our desktop screen and here we will create a folder. Let me add the folder name e-commerce. Now open this folder and within this folder we will create another folder with the name frontend. Let's open this folder with our code editor, which is Visual Studio Code. Here we will open the terminal, open integrated terminal. We have to create the React project, so here in this terminal we will add npx create react app dot. When we are using dot, this command will create the project in this folder, which is frontend. So after completing it, you can see our React project has been created. Now we will install the React Router DOM library. For that, we will add npm install React Router DOM. So we have created our project and installed our React DOM. Now we'll run our project. So here we will add npm start, and after that you can see our React project is running in browser. Now we will clean the default React project. So just come back to the code editor, click here on src, open this app.js, and from here we will remove this header tag and remove this import logo. Now in this public folder, index.html file is there. So here we will rename our title. So the title is e-commerce. Save this. Now you can see the project is clear. Now we can create the folder structure for our e-commerce project. Within this src, we will create one folder with the name components. Let's create another folder with the name pages. And here, let's create another folder with the name context. We will use this context folder for context APIs, and we will use this pages folder to create e-commerce pages. Now within this components, we will create assets folder. In this assets folder we will store the images, and in this components we will create one Navbar component also. So here we'll create a new folder and write the name Navbar. Within this Navbar, we will add navbar.jsx file. Next, we will convert this JSX file into component using RAFC. So write RAFC, and now we will create the CSS file for this navbar.jsx. So here we will create a new file and write the name navbar.css. Now we have to import this CSS file in this navbar.jsx. So just add import and write the directory of the CSS file .navbar.css. Next we have to mount this navbar component in app.js file. So in this one, just remove this class name, and in this one we will mount the navbar. So just write the nav. You can see the navbar component in this snippet. Click here. So it will be automatically imported here. Just close this. Now the navbar has been mounted in app.js. Now we'll create the navbar. So in this navbar we will create the HTML structure of the navbar. So within this div we will add a class name. So let's add the class name navbar. Now we have to add the images. So in this assets folder, let's right click here and select reveal in file explorer. Navigate to the images assets. So select all the images, copy and add it in the project assets folder. Paste it here. So our assets has been inserted here in this assets folder. Now we have all the icons, product images and product data also. In all product.js file, we have all the product data. These data are in JSON format. Here we have the ID, product name, product category, product image, new price and old price. So total we have 36 products available in this all product.js file. Now we will come back to our Navbar. So in this Navbar we will import the logo and icons. So just add import logo from /assets folder /logo.png. Then we will add import cart icon from /assets/cart icon. Now within this div we will create one div with the class name nav logo. Within this nav logo we will insert the img tag and in this src we will insert the logo. Now we will add one p tag to add the text. Here we will add the text shopper. You can see on the web page. Now we will add the ul tag and write the class name nav menu. Within this one we will add the list items. So we will add li and we need 4 list items. So copy and paste it and here we will add the text. First one is shop, then men, then women, then kids. Next we will create another div with the class name nav login cart. In this one we will add the button tag and in this button we will add login and now we will add one img tag and add the cart icon. So this is the navbar where we have the logo, some menu links, login button and cart icon. Now we have to apply the CSS properties for this navbar. Let's add this class name here, navbar. For this navbar we will add display flex justify content space around. Let's add the padding of 16 pixel and small box shadow. Save this. You can see all are aligned side by side. Now we will add the CSS properties for nav logo class name. Write this class name here, nav logo, and for this one we will add display flex, align item center and gap of 10 pixel. Now the shopper text and logo are side by side. Now we will add the CSS for this p tag. So here we will add nav logo and p. We will change the color. Then we will increase the font size and change the font weight. It is 600. So this logo looks good. Now we will add the CSS for nav menu class name. Write this class name here, nav menu, and we will add display flex, align item center, list style none, gap of 50 pixel, and let's change the color. Then we will increase the font size, so it is 20 pixel and font weight will be 500. So these links looks good. Next we have to add the CSS for these list items. So here we will add nav menu, li, and in this one just add display flex, flex direction column, and align items center. Justify content will be center and gap of 3 pixel. Cursor will be pointer. These links looks good. Now in the first li tag we will add one HR tag. Now we will add the CSS for this HR tag. So here in this CSS we will add nav menu HR and let's add the border none, width of 80% and height of 3 pixel and border radius of 10 pixel, then background and this color code. Save this, and this is a line in the first link. Now copy this class name nav login cart, add it here, dot nav login cart, and in this one we will add display flex, then align item center. After that gap of 45 pixel, so we have a space between the login button and cart icon. So now we'll add the CSS for this login button. So just add this class name nav login cart space button. For this button we will add the width of 157 pixel and height of 58 pixel, then outline will be none and border will be 1 pixel solid and 1 color code. So we will add this color code. Border radius will be 75 pixels and then color, this will be the button text color, then font size of 20 pixel, then change the font weight, then we will add the background white, so the button will be white and cursor will be pointer. So this button is also looking good. Now we will add the click effect on this button. So here just add nav login cart space button colon active. Here we will change the background. When we click here you can see the effect. Now we will add a counter on our cart icon. So after this img we will add one div with the class name nav cart count. The value will be 0. Now for this class name we will add the CSS properties. Just add this class name here, and in this one we will add the width of 22 pixel and height it will be same 22 pixel. Display will be flex. Justify content will be center and align item also center. Just add margin top minus 35 pixel and margin left minus 55 pixel. Next we will add the border radius of 11 pixel and font size will be 14 pixel. Then background will be red and color will be white. Save this, and you can see one small counter at the top corner of this icon. Now we will create a use state variable that will be used to change the state when we will click on shop. This underline will be on shop. When we will click on main, this will go to the main. For that, let's come back, and here we will create one use state variable. So write const menu set menu equal to use state. So we will initialize the menu with the shop. Now in all 4 li we will add on click. In this on click we will pass one arrow function, and in this arrow function we will set the menu. Just add set menu, and when we will click on shop, so our menu should store shop. When we click on main, The mains should be stored in the menu. So in this set menu, we will add shop. Now in the second one, we will add men's. Now in the third one, we will add set menu women's. Now in the last one, we will add kids. When we will click on the kids, the menu will be set to kids. Now we will apply this HR with the ternary operator. So if the state is shop, then HR will be applied here. Let me remove it from here, and here we will insert the ternary operator. So first we will check if our menu is shop. Then we will provide the HR tag. And if it is not shop, then it will be empty tag. Now we will use the ternary operator, copy it and add it in the another one. We will add it in all three li. Here we will change it as men's. If the menu is men's, then here we will add HR. Then in the third one, we will add women's. And in the last one, we will add kids. If the menu is kids, the HR will be provided here. Save this, and now if I click on main, you can see underline here. If I click on women, you can see the underline here on the women. If I click on kids, this underline is here on this kids. Now we are going to add the Google fonts for our project. So come to the Google and search for Poppins font. Open this one, and here you can select the regular. Then click here to copy this link. In your public folder index.html file, add it here after this link. Paste the copied URL and save it. Then come to index.css file. Here we will add font family Poppins. Save it. You can see the Poppins font has been applied on our project. Next, we will create pages for our e-commerce site. So in this pages, we will create a new file and write the file name shop.jsx. Here we will add RAFC to convert it into component. Now we will create login signup page. So create a new file and write the file name login signup.jsx. Here also we will add RAFC to convert it into component. Next we will create another page for the shop category, that is shop category. Shop category.jsx. Here also RAFC. Now we will create product page. Create new file and write the file name product.jsx. Here also we will add RAFC. Now we will create another page for our cart. So write the file name cart.jsx. Here also RAFC. Now we have created 5 pages: cart, login signup, product page, shop page and shop category. Shop page will be our home page and shop category page where we will render the different categories: men's, women and kids. In the app.js file, we will set up our routes and we will link that with our navigation bar. So here In app.js, we will add import. We will import browser router from React router DOM. Here we will add one more thing, which is routes, then comma route. So we have imported browser router, routes and route from the React router DOM. Now in this div we will add the browser router, and we have to wrap all the components using this browser router. So paste it here. So this navbar will be available in all the components, and after this navbar we will set up our routes. So here let's add routes. Within this routes we will add route. So the first thing is to set a path. For the home page we will add /element, and in this element we will insert this shop page. So here we will add shop and close it. Now close this route. So if someone comes to this /path, then this shop page will be rendered. Now similarly we will copy it and change the path. Here we will add /mens. If someone comes to the mens path, so then we will render shop category page. Again copy and paste, and here we will add women's. Path is /women's. So again we will use the same thing, shop category page, and if someone comes on /kids path, then also we will use the shop category page. Now here we will add some props. So if someone comes on men's, so here we will add a category equals men's. Just copy it and paste it in the second one. This will be women, this will be men, and in the last one we will add category is equal to kid. Now we will set the route for our product. Here we will add route. The route path will be product, and we will use the element product element. So I'm writing product /closing tag. Here we will add /. Now in this route we will add product ID path. So here let's add route. We will add colon product ID. We will use the ID path. For this we will render element product. Close this. So we have set up the route for home, men's, women's, kids, product and product ID. Now we will set the route for our cart. So here we will add the same thing. Write /cart, and here we will render our cart page. Now we will set the path for our login page. So here we will add /login, and here we will add login signup component. Now we have set up our complete route. Now we will link this route with our navigation bar. So we will come to the navigation bar. Now we have to set the navigation menu with route. So we will use the link tag. So here we will use link from React Router DOM. Close it here and insert this SOP within this link. And in this link we will add to equal to. Here we will write the URL directory slash. So the SOP component will be on home page and it will be displayed on slash. Similarly, here also we will add link at this link tag. Insert this main within this link tag. Here we will add to, then slash mains. Here also we will use link tag. Add this text here. Here we will use to slash women's. Similarly, we will add this link tag in kids also. Write to slash kids and insert this text here. Now we can add the link tag for this login button. Here we will add link to slash login and move this button here within this link tag. Now we will wrap this cart icon. So write link to equal to slash cart. And now insert this image tag within this link tag. Now save it, and if I click on main, you can see the URL slash main. If I click on women, you can see the URL, we are on slash women. If I click on login, you can see the URL, it is slash login. If I click on cart, you can see we are on the slash cart. Now we have one more underline here that is using a link tag property. So we have to remove it. So here on this link we will add a style equal to text decoration none. Paste it in the another one also, in the third one and fourth one. And now there is no underline effect on these text. Now we have to create the hero component for our SOP page. So first we will create a new folder within this components, and here we will add a name hero, and within this hero folder we will create hero.jsx. We will convert it into component using RAFC, and we will add the class name for this div. So the class name is hero. Now we have to create this CSS file for this hero component. So just create a new file in this hero component and write the file name hero.css. Next we have to import this CSS file in here. So we will add import /hero.css. Save it. Now we have to mount this hero component in SOP page. So come to pages, SOP.jsx. Here we will add hero. Close it. Then save these changes. Now this SOP page has this hero element. Now we will create the HTML structure for this hero element. For this hero component, we have to divide in two parts, hero left and right. So we will add the div dot hero left, and we will create the another div with the class name hero right. For the left part, we will add the h2 tag for the header. So in this h2 tag, we will add the text. new arrivals only. Next we will create another div, and within this div we will add another div. And we will provide one class name, that is hero hand icon, and in this div we will add one paragraph text, that is new, and we will insert one image tag, and in this one we will add one image. So let's add one import tag here to import the image. Import hand icon from our asset folder. So we will add /assets/ hand icon.png. Then we can simply add hand icon in this ing tag. After that, here we have to add one paragraph tag where we will add collection, and after that we will add one more paragraph tag, and here we will add for everyone, collections for everyone. Now after this div we will create the latest collections button. So we will create one div with the class name hero latest button, and in this div we will create another div, and we will add the text latest collection. Next we will insert one image tag, and here we will add the arrow icon. So again we have to import the arrow icon. We will add import arrow icon from and asset folder /arrow.png, and here we will add the arrow icon. Now we will add the content in the right side. So in this hero right we will add the img tag, and here we will add one hero image. So we will import the image. Let's add the text hero image from assets folder /hero_image.png. Here we will insert that image, hero image. Save these changes. So you can see the hero element is looking like this. Next we have to apply the CSS properties. So we'll come to the hero.css file. Here first we will use the class name, that is hero. So for this one we will add the height. It will be 100 viewport height. Then we will add the background. So in this one we have to add a linear gradient color with 180-degree rotation, 2 color code, and 60% visibility. Now we will add the display flex. Save it. So you can see the linear gradient color for this hero section. Next we will add the CSS properties for the hero left. Write this class name here, and here we will add flex1. Display will be flex. Flex direction will be column, and justify content will be center. Let's add the gap of 20 pixel, then padding of 180 pixel from the left side, and line height of 1.1. Now we will add the CSS properties for the h2 tag. So here we will add .HeroLeft h2 tag, and in this one we have to change the color. Then we will change the font size, so it will be 26 pixel. Then we will change the font weight, it will be 600. Next we will add the properties for the p tag. So here we will add hero left p tag. Here we will use the color code. Then we will add the font size of 100 pixel, font weight of 700, come to the hero.jsx file, we will add the CSS properties for this one, hero hand icon. Add this class name here in this CSS, and here we will add display. Display will be flex, align items will be center, then gap of 20 pixel. Now we will provide the style for hero hand icon image. So here we will add hero hand icon img, and for this image we will add the width. It will be 100 pixel, or let's say 105 pixel. Now we will add this style for hero latest button. Add the class name here, hero latest button, and here we will add display flex. Justify content will be center, align items will be center. Then we will add the gap of 15 pixel, width will be 310 pixel, height of 70 pixel, border radius of 75 pixel, margin top it will be 30 pixel, background color code, then color, that will be the button text color, and we will increase the font size, that will be 22 pixel, and we will change the font weight, that will be 500. Now save these changes. You can see the extra space here. To remove this extra space, we will add margin 0 for all the elements. So come to index.css file. Here we will add star. We will add margin 0. Save these changes. Now it is good. Now we will align this image which is in the right side. So just come back to the code file. In this hero.css we will add the class name, that is hero right. For this class we will add the CSS properties, which is flex1, display flex, align item center, and justify content center. Now you can see this image in the center of the right section. Next, we will add the items for the product that will be displayed in our men's, women's or kids category, and we will also display on home page. So we will come back to the VS Code editor. In this component, we will create a new folder, items. In this item folder, we will create item.jsx. Convert this JSX file in component. Here we will add the class name, item. Now we will create a CSS file for this item component. So let's create a file with the name item.css. Now import this item CSS file in this JSX file. So just add import /item.css. Now we will create the HTML structure for the item component. So in this one we will insert one image tag and we will use the props. And here we will add props.image. Now the product image will be displayed here. After that we will add the paragraph tag where we will display props.name. Then we will create one div and the class name will be item prices. Within this div we will create two div. So the class name will be item price new and the another one will be item price old. Now in the first one we will insert the props dot new underscore price, and in the second one we will insert props dot old price. Now we will add the CSS properties for this component. So just add this class name item, and here we will add the width of 350 pixel. After that we will add the CSS properties for the paragraph tag. So just add dot item space p. For this paragraph we will add the margin of 6 pixel 0 pixel. Now we will add the CSS for this item prices. Write this class name here, and for this item prices we will add display flex, then gap of 20 pixel. Next we will add the CSS properties for this item price new. So use this class name here, and we will add color and write this color code. Then we will change the font size. So the font size will be 18 pixel. Then the font weight will be 600. Next we will add the CSS properties for the item price old. So for this item price old we will add the color code, then font size, it will be same 18 pixel, then font weight of 500, and here we will add text decoration line through. Now on the complete item we will add the hover effect. Here we will add item hover. Here we will use the transform scale of 1.05. Now we will add the transition of 0.6 seconds. Save these changes. Now we will use this item in different components. So we will create the popular component for our shop page. So in this component we will create a new folder with the name popular. Within this folder we will create one file, popular.jsx. Convert this file in component using RAFC. Here we will add class name of popular. Now we will create a CSS file for this popular component and write the file name popular.css. Next we will import this CSS file in this JSX file. So just add import, then give the file path which is /popular.css. Here we will use our data.js file where we have 4 products. We have the product ID, name, image, new price and old price. So we will import this data product in our popular components. So in this one we will import the product data from the asset folder. So we will add import data underscore product from assets/data. In this component we will create the HTML structure. So for the title we will use the h1 tag. So in this h1 tag we will add the text popular in Boomin. After that we will add the HR tag. Next we will add one div with the class name popular item. Within this div we will render our item component using data product. So here we will add data underscore product dot map. In this one we will pass one arrow function and we will pass the individual item here, and in this function we will return the item component, and we will pass the props. So first we will pass the key. From this parameter we will get the index I, and we will provide the I in the key. Next we will add the ID in the prop. So the ID will be item.id. Next we will provide the product name in the props. So the product name will be item.name. Next we will pass the image. So we will add image is equal to, in this image we will insert item.image. Now we will pass the prices. So first we will pass the new price equals item.newPrice. Now we will pass the old price equals item.oldPrice. Now we have provided all the props. Now we will mount the popular component in our shop page. So we have the shop page here, and here we will mount the popular component. Save these changes. So on this web page you can see the popular in women and these product. So we have 4 products here. Now we will add the CSS properties for this product. So come to the popular.css file, and here we have to provide the CSS properties for the popular container. So here we will add display flex. Flex direction will be column, align item center, gap of 10 pixel, height of 90 viewport height. Now we will add the properties for the h1 tag. So just add .popular and h1. Here we will use color code, then font size of 50 pixel, font weight of 600. Save these changes. You can see it is in the center. Now we will add the properties for this HR tag. So here we will add .popular, then HR tag. So we will provide width 200 pixel, height of 6 pixel, border radius of 10 pixel, then background, and add this color code. Now we will add the properties for the popular item class name. So here we will add .popular item. In this one we will add the margin of top 50 pixel, display flex, gap of 30 pixel. Now you can see all products side by side. Now we will add the $sign in front of these prices. So come here in item.jsx, and before this prices we will add the $sign. Save these changes. You can see the $sign here. Now the popular component is ready. Now we will create the offer banner for our shop page. So first we will create a new folder in this component. Here we will provide the name offers. In this folder we will create new file which is offers.jsx. Then convert it into component using RAFC. Here we will provide one class name offers. Now we will create a CSS file for this offers component. So here we will create a new file with the name offers.css. Now we have to mount this CSS file in the offer.jsx file. Here we will add import and write the file path /offers.css. Now we will mount this component in shop.jsx file. So after this popular, we will add offers. Now we will design the HTML structure for the offers component. So here we will create two div, offers left and offers right. In the offers left, we will add h1 tag. Here we will add the text. So the text is exclusive. We will add one more h1 tag and we will add the text offers for you. Now we will insert a p tag, and in this one we will add only on best sellers product. Now we will add a button tag. We will add the button text here, check now, and in the right div we will add one image tag. Here we will add one exclusive image. So first we have to import that image. So just add import exclusive image from our asset folder /exclusive image.png. Here we will insert exclusive image. Save these changes. Here you can see the text and image. Now we have to add the CSS properties for this image and text. So come here in offers.css file, and first we will add the properties for the offers container. So just add the .offers. Here we will provide the width of 65%, then height of 60 viewport height. Display will be flex and margin auto. Now we will provide the padding of 0 pixel and 140 pixel. Then some space from the bottom, so margin bottom of 150 pixel, and background linear gradient, and we will add the color code. Save these changes. You can see some changes. Now we will add the CSS properties for the left part. So here we will add .offers left. Here we will add the flex one, display flex, flex direction column, justify content center. Now we will add the CSS properties to the h1 tag, .offers left h1 tag. Here we will use the color code, font size of 80 pixel, font weight of 600. Now we will add the properties to the paragraph tag. So here we will add the color code, font size of 22 pixel, and font weight of 600. Now we will add the style for the offer button. So just add .offer left space button tag. Here we will add the width 282 pixels, height of 70 pixel, border radius of 35 pixels, background color, border none, then color white, that will be the button text color, and increase the font size. So the font size will be 22 pixel. Then we will add the font weight of 500, and a space from the top, so margin top of 30 pixel. Then add cursor pointer. Now we will add the CSS properties for the right div. So just add the class name offers right. Here we will add flex1, display flex, align items center, justify content, flex end, padding top will be 50 pixel. Save these changes. Now our exclusive offer banner is ready. Now we will create a new collections component where our newly added products will be displayed. So first we will create a new folder in this components. Here we will add the name new collections. Within this new collections folder, we will create a file new collections.jsx. Here we will use RAFC. Here we will provide one class name, new collections. Now we will create the CSS file for this new collections component. Create a new file, new collections.css. Now we will import the CSS file in this new collections.jsx file. Import /new collections.css. Now we will create the HTML structure for our new collections component. Here we will use h1 tag. Here we will add the new collections. Next we will insert the HR tag. Then we will create one div with the class name collections. We will map the new collections data within this div using item component. So first we will import new collection from assets folder / new collections. Here we will map new collection dot map. Here we will pass the arrow function. Here we will pass the item and index. Then we will return our item component. And here also we will pass the same parameters that we have added in the popular.jsx. So we will copy it from here, copy these props and add it here in this new collections item. Now we will mount this component in shop page. So come here, shop.jsx, and after this offers we will mount new collections. Now we have new collections. Now we have to add the CSS properties. So here also we will add the CSS that we have added in popular.css. So just copy it from here and come to the new collections.css, paste it here. We will replace the class name popular with the new collections. So select this popular and replace it with new collections. Then replace all. Now remove this CSS property and here we will add dot collections. Here we will provide display grid, grid template column. Here I am using one FR for 4 times 1 fraction. Then we will add the margin of 50 pixel from the top, gap of 30 pixel. Save these changes. Now our new collections component is ready. Now we will create the newsletter subscription box. So here we will create a new folder in the components folder. We will add the name newsletter. Within this folder we will create one file with the name newsletter.jsx. Here we will use RAFC and we will add the class name for this div. So the class name is newsletter. Now we will create a CSS file for this newsletter component. So create a new file, newsletter.css. Now we will import this CSS file in our JSX file. So here we will add import .newsletter.css. Now we will create the HTML structure for the newsletter component. So here first we will insert the h1 tag. Within this h1 tag we will add the text, that is, get exclusive offers on your email. Now we will insert a paragraph tag where we will add subscribe to our newsletter and stay updated. Now we will create one div, and in this div we will insert one input tag. Type will be email. We will add the placeholder, your email ID. Then we will use a button. Within this button tag we will add the button text subscribe. Now we will add the CSS properties for this newsletter component. So we will add the CSS for this newsletter. So write this class name here, newsletter. Here we will add the width of 65%. Height will be 40 viewport height. Display flex. Flex direction will be column. Align items, center, justify content center. Margin auto, padding 0 pixel and 140 pixels. Margin bottom 150 pixel. Then background, and in the background we will add the linear gradient color. Then we will add the gap of 30 pixel. Now we will add the properties for the h1 tag. So here we will add newsletter h1. We will change the color. Then we will increase the font size. Then change the font weight. Next we will add the properties for the p tag. So here we will add newsletter p tag. Here we will provide the color. Then change the font size, it will be 20 pixel. Now we will add the CSS properties for the div that is in the newsletter component. So here we will add newsletter div. Here we will add display flex, align items center, justify content will be space between, background will be white, width and height. Border radius will be 80 pixels. Border of 1 pixel solid and 1 color code. Now we will add the CSS properties for this input tag. Here we will add .newsletter input. For this input, we will provide the width of 500 pixels and margin from the left side, that will be 30 pixel. Then border none, outline none. Color code. Then we will add the font family and font size of 16 pixels. Now we will add the CSS properties for this button. So here we will add .newsletter and div, then button tag. Here we will provide the width 210 pixel, height of 70 pixels, border radius of 80 pixels. Background will be black and color white, that is the button text color. Then we will change the font size 16 pixel and cursor pointer. Save these changes. Now we will mount this newsletter component in shop page. So here, after this new collections, we will add newsletter. Now we will come here in new collections.css file and remove this height, and here we will add margin bottom 100 pixels. Save these changes. Now you can see the newsletter subscription box on this web page. Now we will create the footer for our website. Now we will create a new folder within this component with the name footer. Within this footer folder, we will create a new file with the footer.jsx. Here we will use RAFC. Here we will add a class name footer. Now we will create a CSS file for this footer component. So within this footer folder, we will create a new file with the name footer.css. Now import this CSS file in this footer.jsx file. So write import /footer.css. Now we will create the HTML structure for this footer. So first we will create one div with the class name footer logo. In this div we will insert image tag. In this image tag we will add the footer logo. So first we will import that footer logo. So write import footer_logo from assets folder logo big.png. In this src we will add footer logo. Now we will create a p tag, and here we will add the text that will be the name of our shop, that is shopper. Now we will create a list. So here we will create a UL with the class name footer links. Within this UL we will use li tags. We have added 5 li tags. In the first one we will add the text company, then second one is products, then third one is offices, then fourth one is about, and the fifth one is contact. After this UL, we will create one div with the class name footer social icons. In this one, we will create one div with the class name footer icons container. In this container, we will insert the image tag, and here we will provide the Instagram icon. So first we will import that icon. So here we will add import Instagram underscore icon from our assets folder / Instagram icon.png. Next we will import the another icon. So here we will add import Pinterest icon from assets / Pinterest icon.png. Next we will import the WhatsApp icon. Now we will use these icons here. Here we will insert the Instagram icon. Now we will make the copy of this complete div. And here we will replace the icon. This will be Pinterest icon. And the last one is WhatsApp icon. Now after this, we will create one div with the class name footer copyright. So here we will create div.footer copyright. In this div we will insert one HR tag, then we will add one paragraph tag, and in this paragraph tag we will add our text. Copyright at 2023. All right, reserved. Our footer is ready. Now we will add the CSS properties for the footer component. First we will add the properties for the footer class name. So we will add display flex, flex direction column, justify content center, align items center, then gap of 50 pixels. Next we will add the CSS properties for the footer logo. Here we will add display flex, align items center, then gap of 20 pixels. Now we will add the CSS properties for our paragraph tag footer logo P. Here we will change the color, then increase the font size, it will be 46 pixels, then change the font weight, it will be 700. Now we will add the CSS properties for the footer links. For this footer links we will add display flex, list style none, gap of 50 pixels, then color and font size of 20 pixels. Now we will add the CSS properties for the list items. So here we will add footer links li. In this one we will add cursor pointer. Now we will add the CSS style for the footer social icon. So write this class name here. Here we will add display flex, gap of 20 pixel, Now we will add the properties for the footer icons container. So here we will add the padding of 10 pixels, padding bottom of 6 pixels, then background, this color code, then border of 1 pixel solid and 1 color code. Now we will add the properties for the footer copyright. Here we will add footer copyright, display flex, flex direction column, align item center, gap of 30 pixels, width of 100%, then margin bottom 30 pixels, then color, then change the font size. Now we will add the properties for this HR tag. Here we will add .footer copyright HR. Here we will add width of 80%, border none, border radius 10 pixels, height of 3 pixels, background, this color code. Now save these changes. Now we will mount this footer component in app.js. So here we will mount the footer component. Save the changes. Now you can see this footer on our web page. Now if I come to the mains page, here also you can see this footer component because we have added this footer in app.js. So finally we have created our home page, which is our shop page for our e-commerce website. Now we will create the shop categories page where we can filter the men's, women's and kids products. So first we will create one context using context API. So in this context folder we will create a new file, shop context.jsx. Here we will import the React. Then we will export const shop context equals create context null. So we have created one context and initialized with null, and this context is saved in shop context that we are exporting. Now we will create shop context provider. So here we will write const shop context provider equals one arrow function. Here we will pass the props, and within this function we will create a variable with the name context value equal to. Here we will insert any data and functions that will be provided in the shop context provider as a value. Using that we can access these functions and values in any component. So here we will insert one data. We will use the all products data where we have the 36 products, where we have ID, category, name, image, new price and old price. So we will import this file in this context file. So here we will add import all product has been imported. Now this product data will be passed in this context value. So here we will add all product. Now we will return this shop context value through shop context provider. So here we will add return shop context dot provider value, and we will provide the value context value. Within this we will pass the props dot children, and here we will export it. Export default shop context provider. So first we have created shop context using create context. Then we have created one function shop context provider where we have passed the props, and we have created a context value variable where we have stored the data and functions that we want to access using context. Then we have added return shop context provider and passed the value context value. Then we have wrapped props.children. From here we are getting all products data, and using context we will use it in different component. Now we will come to index.js file, wrap this app component inside this shop context provider. Using this we can provide the shop context data to all pages. Now we will create the shop category page. So here we will add the class name shop category, and we will create a CSS file for this shop category page. So in this pages folder we will create a new folder CSS. Within this folder we will create new file shop category .css. Now we have to import this CSS file in this shop category page. Here we will add import /css/ shop category.css. Here we will insert the all products data using context. So here we will write const all products equals use context. Within this use context we will write shop context, and here we will add props app.js, and here we have passed the props category men, category women, category kid. Now we will use these props to filter our product. So come to shop category page, and here we will add the HTML structure. But before that we will come to app.js, and here we will import our banners. Here we will import main banner from components folder, assets folder, banner mains. Then import women banner from, and give the path components assets banner women.png. Now we will import the kids banner from components folder, then assets folder, banner kids.png. Now we will pass these banners through props if someone comes in men's path, we will pass banner equals men banner. When someone comes on women's path, then we will pass banner equals women banner. When someone comes on kids path, then we will pass banner equals kid banner. Save these changes. Now we will come to the shop category page. Here we will create HTML structure for this shop category page. Here we will display the banner, so here we will insert one image tag, and in this image src we will add the image. So just add props dot banner. So if I come to the main page, you can see this banner. When we come to women, we have the women page banner. When we come on kid, we have the banner for the kid category. Now we will create a div, and the class name will be shop category index sort. Now for the page index, we will use the paragraph tag. Here we will add a span tag. Here we will add showing 1 to 12. Then out of 36 products. Then we will add another div with the class name shop category sort. Within this div, we will add sort by. We will use the image tag src, and in this src we will add the drop down icon. So import that icon. Import drop down icon from components assets drop down icon.png. Here we will use that drop down icon. So here we will add drop down underscore icon. After this div, we will create another div with the class name shop category products, where we will map the different category products. So first we will create the div. Class name is shop category products. Now in this one we will use map method to all products data. All product dot map. Here we will pass one arrow function, and here we will use the parameter individual item and index. Here we will use one if statement. Here we will check if our prop dot category is equal to item dot category. If this condition is true, then we will return the item component. So first we will import our item component, item from components folder, item JSX. So here we will return our item component. Here we will pass the props as we have did in new collections. So come to new collections JSX and copy this one. Copy these props. Come to shop category.jsx and paste it. Now if the category does not match, we will add the else condition, and here we will return null and save these changes. Now if I come to men's category, you can see we have the men category products. If I come to women, we have women category product. And when we come to kids, we have kids category products. Now we will add the CSS properties for the shop category page. So we will add the class name in this banner image. Just add the class name shop category banner. Now we will add the property for this class name. So write this class name here, dot shop category banner, and write display block, margin of 30 pixel auto, width 82%. Now this banner has been aligned. Now we will add the CSS properties to shop category index sort. Write this class name here. Here we will add display flex, margin 0 pixel 170 pixels, justify content space between, align items center. Now we will add the properties to shop category sort class name. Here we will provide padding 10 pixels, 20 pixels, border radius of 40 pixel, and border 1 pixel solid, and this color code. Now save the file. Now we will add the CSS properties to shop category index sorts a span tag. Dot shop category index sort p and a span. Here we will add the font weight 600. Now we will add the CSS properties to the shop category product. So here we will add shop category products. Let's add the margin of 20 pixels and 170 pixels, display grid template column, 1 fraction 4 times, row gap of 80 pixels. Now save the file. Now you can see our product has been aligned properly. Now we will create the load more button. So after this div, we will create one div and we will add the class name shop category load more. In this one we will add explore mode. Now we will add the CSS properties for this class name. Here we will add display flex, justify content center, align items center, margin of 150 pixels auto, width 233 pixels, height 69 pixels, and border radius of 25 pixels, then background and color, then font size and font weight. Now save the file. So you can see this button explore more. Now the shop category page is ready. If I click on men category, you can see only men category product. If I click on women, in this page you can see only women category product. If I click on kid, you can see the kids category product. Now we will design our login page. So come to login signup JSX file. Here we will add one class name login signup. Within this div we will create one div with the class name login signup container. Within this container we will insert the h1 tag, and here we will add the text sign up. After this h1 tag we will insert a div with the class name login sign up fields. Here we will insert 3 input fields: name, email ID, and password. So here we will add input type will be text, and here we will add the placeholder. Here we will add your name. Now create another input tag. The type will be email. Here we will add the placeholder email address. We will create the next input field. Type will be password. Here we will add the placeholder password. Now we will create a button. Within this button we will add continue. Now we will add the paragraph tag and we will add the class name login signup login. Here we will add already have an account. Then we will add the span tag. Then we will add login here. So writing already have an account, a span tag, login here. After that we will create another div with the class name login signup agree. In this div we will insert the input tag. The type will be checkbox. Here we will add the name and ID. Then we will add one paragraph tag and here we will add the text. By continuing, I agree to use the terms of use and privacy policy. Now save the file and you can see these elements on our web page. Now we will add the CSS properties for these components. So in this CSS file we will create a new file login signup.css. Now we will import this CSS file in our page. So here we will add import ./css folder /login signup.css. First we will add the CSS properties to login signup class name. In this one we will add width of 100%, height 8 background this color code, padding from the top 100 pixel. Next we will add the CSS properties to login signup container. Here we will add width, height and background, margin auto and padding of 40 pixel 60 pixel. Next we will add the CSS properties for this h1 tag. Here we will add .login signup container h1 tag. Here we will provide the margin of 20 pixel and 0 pixel. Next we will add the CSS properties to login signup fields class name. Here we will provide display flex direction column, gap of 30 pixels, margin top 30 pixels. Save these changes. Now we will add the CSS properties for these input fields. So here we will add .login signup fields space input tag. Here we will provide height of 72 pixels, width 100%, padding left 20 pixels, border of 1 pixel solid and this color code, outline will be none, color this color code and font size of 18 pixels. Now save these changes. So these input fields are looking good. Next we will add the properties for this continue button. So here we will add .login signup container button tag. For this button we will provide the width, then height, then change the color and background. Then we will add the margin from the top and border none, Font size will be 24 pixel and font weight of 500. Cursor pointer. Now save the file. So this button is also looking good. Next we'll add the CSS for this text. So here we will add .login signup login. Here we will provide margin top of 20 pixels, color code, then font size, font weight of 500. Now we will add the CSS for this span tag. So here we will add .login signup login a space span. Here we will provide the color code, then font weight of 600. Now we will add the CSS for this text. So we will use the class name login signup agree class name. Here we will provide display flex, align item center, margin top of 25 pixels, gap 20 pixels, and color this color code. Then change the font size and font weight. Now save the file. Our sign up page is ready now. Now if I click on any product, it is not opening, so we have not created our product page. So now we will create our product page. So come to this product.jsx file. Here we will grab all products data using context. So here we will add const all product equals use context. Within this use context, we will write shop context. As we have did in app.js, we have created routes. So we have the product, then we have product ID. So first we will use the product ID in our product page. So come to the product.jsx file, and here we will add const product ID equal to use params. Here we have used use params to get the product ID. Using this product ID, we will find the product in all products data, and we will assign that in one variable. So here we will add const product equals all product dot find, and within this we will pass one arrow function e. So when e.id equals product ID, if this condition is true, then this product will be displayed. So we will store that product in this product variable, and we will display that in our product page. So we have the product ID in string format and e.id is in number format. So here we will convert the product ID in number. So here we will add the bracket, and here we will add number. Now the product ID, that is a string, is converted in number. So we got the product. Now we have to display the product in our page. So now we will design the product page. So first we will create the breadcrumb component. So in this components folder, we will create new folder, and we will add the name breadcrumbs. In this folder we will create one file, breadcrumb.jsx. In this JSX file, we will add RFC, and here we will add the class name breadcrumb. For this component, we will create one CSS file. Create a new file, breadcrumb.css. Now import this CSS file in this breadcrumb.jsx file. Here we will add import.breadcrumb.css. Now save these changes, and within this component we will use props. Using this props, we will get the product. So here we will add const product equals to props. So we got the product using props, and the product data will be used in this breadcrumb. So here we will add home. After that, we will use the arrow icon. So we will import the arrow icon from our assets folder. Here we will use breadcrumb arrow.png. After this home, we will insert our image tag. In this image tag, we will add the arrow icon. After this image tag, we will add shop. After that, again we will add that image tag, and again we will add the same icon, arrow icon. After this image tag, we will use the JavaScript variable that will be our product.category. After this category, again we will insert that icon using img tag, that is our arrow icon. And after this image, we will insert the product name. Here we will add the product.name. Then save the file. Now we will mount this breadcrumb component in our product page. So in this product, here we will add breadcrumb, and in this one we will pass the props product equals product. Now save the file. Now we will link this product page with the product. For that, we will come to the item components, click on item.jsx file. Now we will link the item image with the product. So here we will use link. After that, we will wrap this image tag within this link tag, and here we will add to, and in this one we will use template literal. Here we will insert the backticks /product/ and here we will insert our product ID that we will get through props. So here we will write $, curly braces, and here we will write the props.id. So we have wrapped the image tag using link, and in this link we have provided the product ID. Using that, we can navigate to the product ID. Save these changes. If I click on this product image, we will come to the product page where you can see the product ID. Now we will create the product display component where we will get all the product images and other details. So here we will create a new folder within this component folder. So let's write the folder name product display. Within this folder, we will create a new file product display.jsx. Here we will use RFC, and here we will provide the class name product display. Now we will create a CSS file for this product display component. So here we will create a new file product display.css, and now we will import this CSS file in this JSX file. So here we will add import product_display.css. Save these files. Now we will mount this product display in our product page. So after this breadcrumb, we will mount product display, and here we will pass the props product, where we will pass the product data using product. Using this props, we will display our product image, title and prices. So we will come to the product display.jsx file, and here we will create HTML structure for our product display component. So here we will create two div, that will be product display left and product display right. Now in this product display left class name, we will add one div with the class name product display image list. In this div, we will use 4 image tags. Here we will use img tag, and here we will provide the product image. So first we will insert the product data using props. So we will add props. Here we will add const product, and we will get it through props. So in this image src, we will use product dot image and copy this image tag and paste it again. After this div, we will create another div with the class name product display image. In this div, we will create one image tag. In this one, we will provide the product image. So write product dot image. In this image, we will add the class name product display main img. So in the left side, there will be 4 small image and 1 main image. Now we will design the right side of the product details. So here we will display the product details. So here we will use the h1 tag, and in this h1 we will use product dot name. After that, we will create a div with the class name product display right star. In this div, we will use the image tag. Here we will use 5 image tags, and in all images we will insert the star and star null icon. So here we will import the images. So let's import star icon from assets folder star icon.png. Similarly, we will import star dull icon from assets folder star dull icon.png. Now we will use these images in these image tags. So here we will provide a star icon in these 4 img tags, and in the last one we will add star dull icon. After this image tag, we will insert a paragraph tag. Here we will display the number of ratings. So let's add any number, 122. Now save this. If I open this product, and now we have product name, star ratings, number of ratings and product images. After this div, we will create another div where we will add the class name product display right prices. In this one, we will create 2 div that will be for old price and new price. Div dot product display right price old. And in this div we will add $sign and insert the product.old price. Similarly, we will create another div with the class name product display write price new. In this div we will insert the $sign and here we will add the product dot new price. After this div we will create one div where we will add the class name product display write description. In this div we will insert the static description. After this div we will create another div with the class name product display write size. So here we will add div.product display write size. In this div we will insert the h1 tag. In this h1 tag we will add the text select size. After that we will create a div with the class name product display write sizes. In this div we will create 5 divs. Copy and paste it 4 more times. And in the first one we'll write the size small, then medium, large, then XL, then double XL. Now we will create one button and in this button we will add to cart. After this button tag we will insert one paragraph tag and in this paragraph tag we will add the class name product display write category. In this one we will insert the span tag and in this span tag we will add the category. After this span tag we will add the text, that is women t-shirt, crop top. Similarly we will copy this paragraph tag and paste it again. In this span tag we will add tags. After this span tag we will add modern, latest. Now save the file. Now if I open any product, now we have the product images, product title, star ratings, number of ratings, old price, new price, description, size selection, add to cart button, category and tags. Now we will add the CSS properties for the product display component. So first we will add the CSS properties to product display class name. Here we will add display flex, margin of 0 pixel and 170 pixels. Now we will add the CSS properties for the product display left. Here also we will add display flex. Gap will be 17 pixels. Now we will add the CSS properties for this product display image list. Here we will add display flex, flex direction column, gap of 16 pixels, Now we'll add dot product img list img tag. Here we will provide the height of 163 pixels. Now we'll add the CSS properties for the product display main image. So just copy this one, add it here, and here we will add the width of 586 pixels, height of 700 pixels. Save these changes. Now the product display left part is ready. Now we'll design the right side of the product display component. Before that, we will add the CSS properties to the breadcrumbs. So here we will come to the breadcrumbs.css. Just add the class name breadcrumb. Here we will add display flex, align item center, gap of 8 pixel and color this color code. Then change the font size and change the font weight. Then we will add the margin and text transform will be capitalized. Save these changes. So this breadcrumb is looking good. Now we'll add the CSS for the right side of this product display components. So add this class name here, product display right, in the CSS file, and here we'll add margin of 0 pixel and 70 pixels. Then we'll add display flex, flex direction column. Now we'll add the CSS properties to our h1 tag. So here we will add dot product display right h1 tag. Here we will add the CSS properties, color, then font size, then font weight. Now save these changes. Now we will add the CSS for this star rating. So here we will add the class name product display right dash star. So here we will add display flex, align item center, margin top 13 pixels, gap of 5 pixels and color, then font size. In this class name we will add s. Now this stars is ready. Now we'll add the CSS properties for this product display right prices. Here we will add display flex, margin of 40 pixel and 0 pixel, gap of 30 pixel and font size of 24 pixels and font weight of 700. Now we will add the properties for product display right price old. Here we will add the color code, text decoration, line through. Now we will add the CSS properties to product display right price new. Here we will use color code. Here we will add sizes. Now we will add the CSS properties for this product display right size and this h1 tag. So write this class name here, then h1. Here we will provide margin of top 55 pixel, then this color code, then font size and font weight of 600. Now we will add the properties for the product display right sizes. Here we will provide display flex, margin 30 pixels 0 pixel, gap of 20 pixel. Now save these changes. Now you can see the changes here. Next we will add the CSS properties for these div, where we have a small, medium, large. So here we will add product display sizes div tag. Here we will add the padding of 18 pixel, 24 pixel, background, this color code, then border 1 pixel solid and this color code, then border radius of 3 pixels and cursor pointer. Now save these files. You can see it looks good. Now we will add the CSS for the add to cart button. Here we will add the class name dot product right button. Here we will provide the padding of 20 pixel, 40 pixel, width of 200 pixels, then font size and font weight, then change the color and background. Margin from the bottom 40 pixel, border none, outline none, cursor pointer. Now save these changes. Now this add to cart button is ready. Now we will add the CSS for these text, which is category and tag. So just copy this class name, product display right category. Here we will add margin top of 10 pixel. Now we will add the CSS for the span tag. So here we will add the same class name, then a span tag. Here we will provide the font weight of 600. Now the product display component is ready. Now if I click on main category, select another product, and now you can see the updated product image, product name, old price, new price, and here we have the breadcrumb with the main category and product name. Now we will create the description box for our product page. So in this components folder, we will create another folder and we will add the name description box. In this folder, we will create new file with the name descriptionbox.jsx. Here we will use arrayfc, and in this div we will add one class name, description box. Now we will create a CSS file for this component. So click here and create a new file. Write the file name descriptionbox.css. Now we will import this CSS file in JSX file. So here we will add the import statement /descriptionbox.css. Now we will mount this component in our product page. Come to the pages, product.jsx, product display component. So after that we will add this description box. Add this description box component, save the file. Now we will add the HTML structure for our description box component. So come back to the same file, which is descriptionbox.jsx, and here we will create one div with the class name description box navigator. Within this div we will create another div with the class name description box navbox. In this div we will add the description. Now we will create one copy of this div, and here we will add a class name fade, and instead of this description we will add the text reviews, and here we will add 122. After this div we will create another div with the class name description box description. In this div we will create a paragraph tag, and in this paragraph we will add the static text. After this paragraph text, we will create another paragraph text. Here also we will add some text. Now you can see these text on the web page. Now we will add the CSS properties for these text. So first we will add the CSS properties for this description box. So write this class name here in descriptionbox.css file. Here we will add the margin of 120 pixel and 170 pixel. Then we will add the CSS for this description box navigator. Here we will add display flex. Then we will add the CSS properties for description box navbox. Here we will add display flex align item center, justify content center. Then we will change the font size and font weight. Width will be 171 pixel and height 70 pixel. Then border of 1 pixel solid and this color code. So these tabs looks good. Now we will add the CSS properties for this fade class name. Here we will add dot description box navbox dot fade. Here we will add the background and this color code. Then we will change the color. So you can see this review. Now we will add the CSS properties for description box description class name. Write this class name here. And for this one we will add display flex, flex direction column, gap 25 pixels, border of 1 pixel solid and this color code, padding of 48 pixels and padding bottom 70 pixel. So this complete description looks good. Now we will create the related product component for this product page. So in this component folder, we will create a new folder with the name related products. Within this folder, we will create a new file with the name relatedproducts.jsx. Here we will use RAFC, and for this div we will add a class name related products. Now we will create a CSS file for this component. In this folder we will create a new file relatedproducts.css. Now we will import this CSS file in our JSX file. Here I will add import./relatedproducts.css. Within this div we will create the HTML structure for our related product components. So here we will create one h1 tag, and in this one we will add the title related products. After that we will insert one HR tag. After this HR we will create one div with the class name related products item. In this div we will map the product data. So first we will import data product, and here we will add data product dot map method. Within this method we will pass the arrow function. Here we will pass the item and index number. Here we will return our item component. So we will use return item, and here we have to pass the props as we have added in new collections. So come to new collections.jsx file. From here we can copy these props and paste it here. Now we will add the CSS properties for this related products component. So first we will add the CSS for this related products. Write this class name here, and here we will add display flex, flex direction column, align items, center, gap of 10 pixel, height 90 vh. Now we will add the CSS properties for this h1 tag. So here we will add dot related products h1 tag. Here we will add color, then font size, then font weight. Next we will add the CSS properties for this HR tag. So here we will add dot related products and HR tag. Here we will provide width of 200 pixels, height of 6 pixels, border radius of 10 pixels, and background, this color code. Now we will add the CSS properties for related products item. So just copy this one, add it here. Here we will add the margin 50 pixel from the top, display flex, gap of 30 pixels. Now we will mount this component in product page. So come to the product.jsx files, and after this description box we will add related products. Here we will change it related products. Save the file. Now you can see after this description we have the related products. Now if I click on any product, it will open that product, but it is not scrolling to the top. Now we will add the functionality that when we will click on any product, we will scroll to the top of the page. So first we will come to the item component. We will open item.jsx file, and in this image tag we will use onClick. Within this onClick we will add window dot scroll to, and here we will pass x and y axis coordinate. So we will add 0 and 0. Now save the file, and now if I click on any product, you can see it will open the product and we are on the top of the page. Now we will create the logic for the cart and add to cart button. So we will come to shop context.jsx file. Here first we will create one empty cart. So here we will create one function that will create one empty cart. That will be one object where our key values will be our product ID, and the product value will be quantity of product that we have added in the cart. So here we will create one function const get default cart, and here we will create one arrow function, and here we will create one variable let cart equals to empty object. Now we will create number of key value pairs that will be all products length value. So first we will create one for loop. Here we will create let index is equal to 0. Here we will add the condition all products dot length. Here we will add the cart, and in this one we will pass the index equals and initialize the product ID with 0. After running this for loop, we will return our cart. So here we will add return cart, Now we have the cart data ready. Now we will keep this function outside of this shop context provider. And in this shop context provider, we will create one use state variable. So here we will add const. Variable's name will be cart item. And the function's name will be set cart items equals to use state, and here we will pass the function get default cart. So here we will get one empty cart. Its size will be all product.length. Now we will pass this variable through our props. So we will keep it here. Now we will pass this cart items through context value. So here we will add comma and add the cart items. Now using the context, we can access the cart item data in any component. Now let's try to log the cart items data. So if I reload the page, you can see we have the cart data. So our key is representing our product ID and the value will represent the number of items added for the particular product ID. Now remove this console log. Now in this all product.length we will add +1. And here we will create add to cart function. Using that we can add the products in our cart. So here we'll create const add to cart equal to add a function. Here we will pass item ID and here we will use set cart items, and in this one we will use the spread operator. So first we will send the previous value, and in this function we will use the spread operator triple.priv, and we will add comma and our item ID and their value priv item ID. This will provide the value for that key, and here we will add +1. Similarly, we will add remove from cart functionality. So let's create a copy of this, and instead of add to cart we will add remove from cart. Here also we will pass item ID, but here we will add -1. Now we will move this context here, and in this one we will send the functions and data. So here we will add remove from cart function. Now we will come to the product display component, and here we will import add to cart function through our context API. Here we will add const add to cart equals to use context, and in this one we will provide the shop context. So now we have the add to cart function. In this function we will pass the product ID. So first we will link this function with add to cart button. So here we will add on click function. In this one we will pass one add function. In this one we will call our add to cart function, and here we will pass the product ID. So we will add product.id and save the code. In this shop context.jsx file we will add console.log. In this one we will pass cart item we will check this console log when we will click on Add to Cart button that is linked to our Add to Cart function. So if I come to product page and click on this Add to Cart button, now check the console. Here you can see one object and the product ID is 2. So in this object key second value we have quantity 1. If I click on the button again, now the second product quantity has become 2. Now we can use this quantity to create our cart page. Now we will come to the cart page. For our cart, we will create a component cart item. So let's come to the component folder and here we will create a new folder with the name cart items. In this folder, we will create new file cartitems.jsx and here we will use RAFC and here we will add the class name cart items. Now we will create a CSS file for this component. So here we will create a new file cartitems.css and we will import this CSS file in JSX file. So here we will add import /cartitems.css. Now we will mount this component in our cart page. So come to cart page and here we will mount cart items. Now we will create the HTML structure for the cart item component. So first we will access the data and functions using context API. So here we will use const all product, then comma cart items, comma remove from cart function, and we will access it using use context. In this one we will provide our shop context. So here we will create one div with the class name cart item format main. Within this div we will create one p tag. Now we will copy it and paste it 5 more times. So in the first one we will add products. In second one we will add the title. Then in the third one we will add price. Then we will add the quantity. Then in the next one we will add total, and in the last one we will add remove. After this div we will insert one HR tag. After this HR tag we will create one div. Within this div we will create another div and the class name will be cart items format. In this div we will insert one image tag. In this image tag we will add the class name cart icon product icon. After this image tag we will create one p tag, and in this p tag we will provide the product's name. After that we will create another p for the product new price, and after that we will add the button. In this button we will display the product quantity. So in this one we will add the class name cart items quantity. After this button we will insert a p tag And in this p tag, we will display the total value of the individual item. That will be quantity multiplied by price. After that, we will insert one image tag, and in this image we will display one remove icon. When we will click on that remove icon, that will execute the remove from cart function. So before adding that, we will import the icons. So here we will add import remove icon from assets folder / cart cross icon. Here we will use our remove icon, and in this image tag we will add onClick function. This onClick function will execute this arrow function, and in this one we will call remove from cart function. After this div, we will insert one HR tag. So this is the cart item format main. So this is our individual cart item. Now we will remove this data, and here we will use all product dot map method. In this method, we will pass one arrow function, and here we will use the individual item. And first of all, we will compare if cart item e.id is greater than 0. It means this ID product is already available. Then what will happen? We will return the format that we have created. Now in this image we will pass the product's image. So here we will add e.image, and here we will pass the product name using e.name, and here we will add $sign. Then we will add e.new price, and in the button we will display the product quantity. For that we will use cart item. In this cart item we will pass the ID e.id, after this button we will display the total price of the individual items. So here we will add e.new price multiply by number of quantity. So for this quantity we will use the same thing that is here. So this will be the total price of the individual item. Now in this remove from cart function we will pass the product ID, that will be e.id. So here we have the product image that we have added in the cart. This is the product title, price, quantity. This is total price, that is 85 into 3 to 55. If I click on cross icon, the quantity will be decreased and the total price is also decreasing. If I click on cross again, the product quantity is 1 and the price is 85. If I click again, the product has been removed. Now we will add the CSS properties for our cart item page. So now come to cart_items.css file, and here we will add the CSS properties for the cart items. Here we will provide the margin 100 pixels and 170 pixels. After that we will add the CSS properties for the HR tag. Here we will add .cartItems HR tag. Here we will provide the height of 3 pixels, background, this color code, border 0. After that, we will add the CSS properties for the cart item format main. Here we will add display grid, grid template column, 0.5 fraction, 2 fraction, 1 fraction, 1 fraction, 1 fraction and 1 fraction. Align item center, gap 75 pixels, padding of 20 pixels, 0 pixel, color, this color code, then font size 18 pixel and font weight 600. Save these changes. Now let's add some items in the cart. Let's click here and we have added 3 different products. Now in this cart page you can see 3 items. Now we will add the CSS properties for these cart items. So just use the same class name. Here we will add this class name in this cart item format. So we will add the same class name here and save these changes. Now we have products in the same template. Now we will add the properties for the cart item format. Here we will add cart items format. Here we will add font size of 17 pixels, font weight of 500. Now the text is different from the title. Now we will reduce the size of this product image. So we will use this class name cart icon, product icon. Here we will add the height of 62 pixels. Now in this image tag we will add a class name and here we will add the class name cart items remove icon. Now copy this class name and here we will add the CSS properties. So we will add width 15 pixels, margin 0 pixel, 40 pixels, cursor pointer. Now the image size has been reduced. Now we will add the CSS properties for this quantity button. So from here we will copy this class name and for this class name we will add the width of 64 pixels, height 50 pixels, border of 2 pixels solid and this color code, background white. Now this quantity button is looking good. Now in this total price we have to add the dollar sign. So let's come back and here we will add dollar. Save these changes. Now here we have the total price of the individual item, that is the price multiplied by quantity. Now we will display the total cart price, that is the cart value. So here after this if statement we will add return null and after that we will add one div with the class name cart items down. After that we will create another div with the class name cart items total. Then we will add one text in h1 tag. So let's add the text cart totals. After this h1 tag we will create one div and in this div we will create another div with the class name cart items total item. In this div we will use the paragraph text. Here we will add subtotal and after this paragraph text we will add another paragraph text and in this one we will insert dollar sign and here we will use total cart value. So let me write 0 for now and we will display this data using our context. So after this div we will add one HR tag and here we will create one div and the class name will be same cart items total item. In this div, we will create two paragraph tags. So first one will be shipping fee, and the second paragraph tag will be free. After this div, we will add one HR tag, and after that we will insert a div with the same class name, cart items total item. Here we will add one h3 tag, and here we will add total, and another h3 tag, and here we will display $sign and the total cart value. So here we will add 0 for now. After this div, we will create one button tag. In this one, we will add the text, that is proceed to checkout. Now we will create one promo code section. So here we will add div.cart items promo code. In this div, we will insert a paragraph text, and here we will add, if you have a promo code, enter it here. After that, we will add one div tag with the class name cart item promo box. Now in this one, we will insert one input tag. Here we will insert the placeholder, and the placeholder text will be promo code. After that, we will add one button, and in this button we will add the button text submit. Now save the code, and now you can see these things on the web page. Now we will add the CSS properties for these details. First we will add the CSS properties for the cart items down class name. So here we will add display flex, margin 100 pixel and 0 pixel. Now we will add the CSS properties for this cart items total. Here we will provide flex1, display flex, flex direction column, margin right of 200 pixels, gap 40 pixels. Now we will add the CSS properties for this cart item total item class name. So here we will provide display flex, justify content a space between, padding 15 pixels and 0 pixel. Now we will add the CSS properties for this button tag. So here we will add dot cart items total space button tag. Here we will provide width of 262 pixels, height of 58 pixels, outline none, border none. Background this color code, color white, and font size 16 pixels, font weight of 600, and cursor pointer. Now this button looks good. Now we will add the CSS properties for the promo code section. So here we have the class name cart items promo code. Just add this class name here. For this one, we will provide flex1, font size 16 pixels, font weight of 500. Now we will add the CSS properties for this p tag. So again, write the same class name, cart items promo code, then space p. For this paragraph, we will provide color, this color code. Now we will add the CSS properties for this promo box. So write this class name, cart items promo box, and here we will add width of 504 pixel, margin top 15 pixels, padding left 20 pixels, and height 58 pixels, background this color code. Now we will add the CSS properties for this input field. So here we will add dot cart items promo box input tag. Here we will provide border none, outline none, background transparent, font size of 16 pixels, width of 330 pixels, height of 50 pixels. Now we will add the CSS properties for this submit button. So here we will add cart items promo box button tag. So for this button we will provide width 170 pixels, height 58 pixels, font size 16 pixels, background black, color white, cursor pointer. Now this button is also looking good. Now this promo box is ready. Now the design for this cart is ready. Next we will insert the cart total value. So come here in shop context.jsx file. Here we will create one function, const get total cart amount equal to arrow function. First we will create one variable let total amount equal to 0. So here we will run one for loop. Here we will pass our cart items from our cart. So we will add const item in cart items. So here we will check the quantity of that item. If it is greater than 0, so we will add if, and we will add cart items, and in this one we will pass the item. If the item quantity is greater than 0, then we will add let, then we will create a variable let item info equal to all product. Then we will find the product using find, and in this one we will pass one arrow function, and here we will pass the individual product, and here we will check if our product.id is equal to our item. So our item is a string, so we have to convert this string in number. So here we will add number. If our product ID is equal to item, then we will get that product, and using that product we can store that product data in item info. Here we will add total amount plus equal to. Here we will access the price of that product. So we will add item info dot new price, then multiply with the quantity. So to access the quantity we will add cart items, we will pass the item. After running this function we will get the total amount, so we will return our total amount. Now we will send this function through our context. So we will pass this function in context value, and now we will access this function in our cart item component. So come to the cart item component, and here first we will get that function using context API. Now we will use this function in this cart total. So here we will add get total cart amount, and here we will add the same thing, get total cart amount. Now save this. Now if I open any product and Click on add to cart. Let's open another product and add to cart. We have added 3 products. Now come to the cart page. Now we have individual prices and here we have the total price. Now we will create a logic. Using that we will count the number of items in our cart and that will be displayed in our navbar. So here we will create one function, get total cart items. This will be one arrow function. In this one we will create one variable, let total item equal to 0. So initially the total item is 0 and here we will run a for loop, and in this one we will pass the individual item from our cart items. So here we will add const item in cart items. In this one we will check if our quantity for that item is greater than 0. So we will add cart items item. If it is greater than 0, then we will add that product quantity in the total item variable. So we will add total item plus equals to cart items, and here we will pass the item. And after running this loop, we will return the total item. Now we will pass this function using context API. Now we can access this function in our navbar. So here come to the navbar.jsx file, and here we will import that function using context API. So we will add const get total cart items equal to use context, and in this one we will pass shop context. Now we will show this data in our navcart count. So here we will add function name and save this. Now if I add this product in the cart, if I click here, you can see quantity 1. If I click again, you can see the quantity 2 in this navbar, and you can see it is here. If I click on this cross icon, we can easily remove the product from the cart. Now if I click on this product, add to cart, then another product and add to cart, added 3 products. Now here we have the cart total value 245, and this is the total individual item value. And here we can remove the product. So it is decreasing the total cart value, and the count from this navbar is also decreasing. If I remove it, it will become 0. So finally we have successfully created our e-commerce website using React.js. I hope this video will be helpful for you. If you have any question, you can ask me in the comment section. Please like and share this video, and also subscribe my channel GreatStack. Thank you so much for watching this video.